Y'all, if you're new here, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Crispy. Stay a while. If you're not new here, bitch, welcome back. Like, not too bad for another Sunday with Crispy. Today's video is going to be a bit of a rant, but basically things I learned and had to teach myself to free my mind of the rat race mentality. By that I mean the 9-to-5 mentality, or some people refer to it as escaping the matrix, or like how to be woke. You know what I mean? There's a million different ways to say it, but honestly and truly, after COVID, I spent a lot of time inside by myself just thinking like, okay, what do I really want out of this life? And I realized that it has to start with your mind. It literally has to start with your brain. Otherwise you'll get caught up and sucked up and you'll be 50 and you'll look around like, oh shit, I am not happy. I didn't do nothing to fulfill me in this life. That's not what I want. And that's not what you want either. That's why you clicked on this video. So today I'm gonna just be giving like 5 tips. If you can incorporate these things into your life daily, you will be able to look from outside in and really take control of your life and your emotions. Because girl, you can strive to be a millionaire, of course. And you can be doing all the right things, but if you don't have a millionaire mentality, like, it's never gonna happen. In order for you to become something, you have to become the thing before it can show in your external reality. You get me? But this is just a few things that I have learned, and I feel like somebody gotta relate like shit. So I'm gonna give you guys like 5 tips, 5 major pillars that I had to master in order to free my mind of constantly chasing things that I don't actually want, just trying to be like everyone else type of thing, because it's really easy to get sucked into that void and it's really fucking hard to get out of it. So first things first, the mirror principle. So the mirror principle states that your external reality is a reflection of within. That is kind of what I was talking about a little bit earlier. Like, in order for your external reality to change, you have to change your mental. You have to put yourself in the position of that girl making 60 bands a fucking day, doing this, that. You have to think like her and do the things that she would do. And your external reality over time of doing that consistently will become of that. Get what I mean? Like, if you don't change something, nothing will change. So for example, you know, we're just gonna pretend that we're talking about me right now, because these are real things that I used to struggle with, honestly. But at one point I was like, yeah, I'm gonna save for a car. But at the same time, I was spending bare money ordering clothes that I did not need. Buying lots of food, like fast food, skip the dishes, Uber Eats, stuff like that. And just blatantly wasting my money. And I really realized, I'm like, okay, when I realized that I need to start saving for a car, I had no action steps to think or become somebody that is saving for a car. I just thought like, okay, if I don't spend all my money, put a bit of it away, then sure, I'll get a car eventually. But that's not what we want, babe. I want a car tomorrow. So guess what? I had to stop ordering clothes. I had to stop ordering out, bought my fucking groceries and cooked my food, and stopped going out and wasting money. I had to start thinking like, okay, something's gonna have to give if I want this thing that I do not currently have. And if I do the same thing day in, day out, I will not get that thing because I don't have it right now, doing the things that I do day in, day out. You get me? And I kind of had to, like, with my 9-to-5 recently, I know it's crazy because this video is like how to escape the rat race to 9-to-5. I'm in a 9-to-5 to escape the 9-to-5. Yeah. So sometimes you gotta take 1 step down to take 2 steps forward. Do you get me? You literally gotta redirect your thinking from like, fuck, I hate this job. Fuck, I hate these people. Fuck, I hate driving to work. I hate the traffic. I hate blah, 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 blah. Like, you gotta redirect your thinking and to be like, okay, once you figure out what you want in this life, why are you working this job? Okay, working this job for another 6 months, if I save every penny, pay my bills and save every penny just for 6 months, I'll be able to get a new job. I'll be able to have enough savings so that if I don't work for a month or 2, I won't die and I can still pay my rent, pay my phone, blah, 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 pay my car bills, da, 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 whatever the case may be, right? So you literally have to change your thinking into like, okay, this is terrible, everything's terrible, I'm never gonna da 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 da, into the person that has those things, the person that does the things that you want to do, think like them. Because guess what? They didn't wake up and just become a millionaire. They didn't wake up with a car one day. No, bitch. They had to do something in order to get that car. If you do nothing, nothing will come. You get me? And it's crazy because that seems so like straightforward and obvious, like hello. But girl, in real life, that takes a lot to learn. And it takes a lot of self-discipline to constantly think like that day in, day out, and not buy those clothes and not buy those super expensive shoes that you don't fucking need when you're currently saving for this and that. Because it's difficult, okay? But it's possible. And you also have to realize, like, self-discipline is love. Like, think about it. If you have a sub, okay? No food in the house, no other food, haven't eaten all day, not gonna eat tomorrow. All you have is this one sub. You can either eat that sub, 12 inches, nom nom, chow that bitch down. Or you could cut that bitch into two and have a sub, half the sub now, go on your bed, and eat the next sub, the rest of the sub tomorrow. You feel me? Like, self-discipline is realizing maybe I don't have to have it all right now in order to get the thing that I say I want tomorrow, next week, next month, next year. Maybe I don't need to overindulge right now. Maybe I don't have to serve my ego right this moment in order to obtain the things I don't currently have. You get what I mean? You get me. Number 2, find your why. Now by this, I mean, like, this is gonna sound very like cliche, but like, why are you here? Why are you on this earth? What are your passions? If you want to escape the 9 to 5 because you want more control over your time, which I feel is like the most common reason why people don't want to work a 9 to 5, they literally want to wake up and do what they want to do and still make money. What would you do in that free time? At least that's the case for me. But like, what would you do in that free time? What are your passions? You feel me? What do you catch yourself interested in? What have you been doing as a child or haven't gotten back to since you were younger, but that was like your happiest time? Like, you have to figure that out, because otherwise you'll just be doing things to get by all the time, and that's not okay. Maybe that's okay if you're put in certain situations, like, you feel me, some people have kids, some people have to take care of their certain family member, and it costs money and it costs time and you just can't afford it right now, and that's okay. But if you take tiny little increment steps each and every day, like, you will at least find peace of mind in what you're doing. You feel me? Find a purpose. Like, why do I even do all this? Figure out your purpose. Figure out your why. Maybe you're put on this earth to be a caretaker. Maybe you're put on this earth to be a content creator. Maybe you're put on this earth to be the best engineer on earth. That's fine, but figure out what that is. Figure out that thing that drives you and just write it down, put it on your wall. Be reminded of it each and every day, because on those days where it feels like, oh my fucking god, like, I do not want to go to work, like, these people, they bother me, this work is so useless. Guess what? Open my eyes, look at my ceiling, guess what's on my ceiling? My why. Like, wake up in the morning, look up, that's my why. Okay, I don't feel like doing this, but guess what, bitch? I'm gonna be a content creator and I'm gonna get paid for being pretty. And right now, what I have to do is work my ass off so I can save money I can purchase new equipment, so I can gain control over my time when the time is right. You get me? When the money has accumulated, when the funds, opportunities, when everything is accumulated, you'll be ready, because you know why. You know why you're doing this. And when the opportunity comes, you'll seize it. You won't let it pass, or you won't, you know what I mean? Like, it's almost like you'll create opportunities for yourself once you figure out what you're here on this earth to do, because you'll be reminded of that every minute. And the minute you get the chance to pursue that, you'll take it, and the universe will support you, I promise. Number 3, operate from a place of love. Now, I have so many thoughts, and I recently just learned about this. And it's crazy because it's like almost like a given. Like, why would you not want to operate from a place of love? But today, in this day and age, especially with social media, it is so easy to get caught up on what that person's doing. And, oh, I'm following this person. And like, it's not a coincidence that when you are following someone on Instagram, like, and they're an influencer or they're like a famous person or something like that, like, you are following them. You want to become them in a certain way, or you want to be like them in one way or another, whether it's because they have money, or whether it's because they have this car you like, or they have this beautiful girlfriend, beautiful ass man, whatever it is. Like, you follow these people because you want to be like them in a sense. Don't think Instagram and the social medias do that shit on fucking accident, okay? They do that shit to subconsciously train your mind into thinking like, okay, like, I have to chase what that person has, and you almost live through someone else when you're not like just operating from a space of love. You have to remember your environment is a direct reflection of everything that's within. So if you are operating out of spite, or you're operating out of jealousy or envy of another person, God, the universe, is going to recognize that, and you'll just get taught lessons on lessons over and over again. Because that's not you. That thing that you're chasing out of spite, out of jealousy, out of envy, that's not you. That's not you operating from a space of love. That's you trying to be like someone else. That's you trying to have what someone else has. And that doesn't really get you very far. And I'm still struggling with this today. Like, oh my fucking goodness. I literally had to stop consuming social media the way I used to because it was fucking with my head. Like, I would follow these people and literally want to follow them. I want to be like them in a sense. That's why I click the follow button. That's why I subscribe to their blah, 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 because some aspect of their life resonates with the life I want for myself. But I got lost in, oh, what are they doing this week? Oh, they uploaded, what are they up to? And like watching their life and like just like aimlessly just like, wow. You feel me? Like, so almost like amazed and like, oh, I love that for you, and oh my god, this happened. Like, too invested in someone else's bullshit, babe. Like, that's never gonna help you. And then you start to kind of live through these people, and like when they achieve things, you feel happy for them and you get happy because you want to be like them. But that's not real. That's not fucking real. Like, the internet is such a bad thing. Sometimes it can be a bad thing. It can also be a good thing. But social media, I've had a bad experience with it, babe. Like, it's just, it is an energy sucker. Like, energy gone. You feel me? So you got to be very conscious in the way you consume social media also, because like I said, if you're moving out of spite or out of jealousy, like, oh, I want to be like this girl, I hate her, she has everything I want. What? How does that help you? How does that help you get further in life? It does not. It never will. Focus on yourself, focus on your why, and operate from a space of love. You know, actually, I asked ChatGPT how to operate from a space of love. That's what I asked, because I wanted to see what it would say. And you know what it said? I'm gonna read it to you. When you operate from a place of love, you approach situations with empathy, compassion, and genuine desire for well-being of others. It creates a positive ripple effect, fostering connection and understanding. Wow. Love has this magical ability to dissolve negativity, promote harmony, and bring out the best in people. It's like the ultimate superpower that can transform not just your own experience, but also the world around you. When bad things happen, you don't internalize it. You don't think, oh my god, the world is gonna fucking end. Like, Jesus Christ, I just crashed my car. Everything is just shit right now. I want to die. Like, you don't have to think like that. From operating from a space of love, you can understand, fuck, you know, things happen, but we move, bitch. We move. For me to sit here and dwell is not gonna help. And bless that poor man's heart that crashed into me, or that I crashed into. He didn't know any better either, and if he did, fuck him. And we move. Like, I literally started doing this with my friend. Like, when people do you wrong, and when people like fuck with you in a way, it's like you want to like curse them. You want to like, oh, fuck you, you terrible person. Like, I want to choke you. You feel me? Like you want everything that's bad for them. But it's like, this person did you wrong because they're fucked up. They don't know that they're being a stupid bitch right now. Like, this person did you wrong because they think this is how I should treat other people, because that's probably how other people treat them. Like, the way we are as adults, that's how we're raised as kids. Like, as adults, we're literally just bigger versions of everything that happened to us as kids. And it's like, for me to hate back, for me to give you back that same energy and give you what you want, I'm not gonna do that, because you're operating down here, babe. You feel me? So we always just talk about, I'm sending you love. I'm just gonna send you love, babe. I'm sending you bare love. Oh, it's fuck me? You think I took your man? I'm sending you bare love because you're confused. You're confused and you need help. So I'm gonna just send you love. I hope you can get that help. I hope you can find that peace of mind and leave that nigga, or whatever the case is. Like, you think someone is wronging you because they're evil or they're a villain? No, babe. They're probably just reciprocating the things that they've learned growing up. And you can't do anything but send them love. You could curse them off, but guess what? Then you guys will just be in a back and forth argument. And how does that benefit you to be in an argument with a stupid bitch? You feel me? So you just gotta send them love. Like, babe, I did not take your man. You're confused. But I send you love, and I hope that you figure that out. And I hope that you find love in yourself and not in men. You feel me? It's different in every situation, but like I said, that's just one of the topics me and my friend were talking about. I'm just sending you love, babe. Like, I'm sending you bare love. Number 4, make a plan with actionable steps and check up on yourself daily, weekly, monthly, yearly. First of all, if you don't have a 5-year plan from right now where you are today, why not? Why are you living day to day? That's not fun. Make a 5-year plan. Break that shit down into yearly plans, yearly goals, like yearly milestones. You feel me? Like, a lot of people my age or around this age are looking to buy a home, which is fucking impossible in this economy. But a lot of people my age at one time were looking to buy a home. You feel me? It takes a little bit longer than 1 or 2 paychecks to figure out how to save enough money to buy a home. And let's just say it's you and your partner, or it's you and your boo, you and your boo thang looking to buy a home, right? It's going to take real actionable steps. Like, y'all are going to have to open up that TFSA, babes, or open up that savings account, budget your money. Like, you're going to have to restrict on certain things and live below your means in order to save enough so that in 5 years you can buy that home. And maybe your yearly goals are like, okay, I want to save $10,000 this year. And then your monthly goals are, okay, babe, out of my monthly paycheck, I'm putting away whatever 10,000 divided by 12 is. And then your weekly goals are, okay, babe, you don't need sushi every day. Only eat out once this week, one time. And maybe your daily goals are making yourself breakfast, making yourself a lunch, packing a lunch for the night before, making some overnight oats so you have breakfast the next day, you don't have to worry. Taking out that chicken, taking out the fucking salmon so that you can make something easy, quick, fast for dinner. Like, you literally have to break it down into small actionable steps you can take each and every day so that in a year you've reached that goal or you're past that goal because you've been doing this in and out consistently. You feel me? Like, I used to get real personal. I used to say that I want to save money, but I wouldn't budget my money. I would just, like, when I get paid, I'd be like, you know, like, for example, I'd be like, okay, $1,000 sounds good to put in my savings right now, but I just spent 2 bands. How the fuck does that help? You put away the 1,000, but you just spent 2 bands. You could have put away 2,500, maybe 2,700, and lived off $300 for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month. You feel me? Like, the $1,000 sure may help, but what if it takes another 6 months for you to come by that? What if it takes blah 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 blah? Or if this is what you're making monthly, like, what if what you need is a lot more than $1,000 a month in order to meet those monthly goals that you have, those yearly goals that you have? You really gotta break it down. And some people will say you gotta have a 10-year plan and a 5-year plan. And I personally cannot think in 10 years, not yet. I think of like a 5-year plan. I'm 22, so I think about what I want at 27, 28, right before I'm 30. So that's just me personally, but at any age, you don't need to be any age to do this. Like, if you want something, you can make a plan, project your goals, like, write it down and put it on your fucking walls, bro. And when you're making like your 5-year goals or yearly goals, like, as crazy as it might sound, write it down. And don't wait until New Year's. Don't wait until a New Year's resolution, bitch. That's not even fucking real. Did you know that January 1st is not the real beginning of the year? Like, would that change how you think of New Year's? Probably not, because guess what? Everyone around you is celebrating New Year's January 1st. But don't wait until New Year's. Do it today. Do it now. Time doesn't wait on anybody, so why would you wait on time? Why would you wait for something to occur in order to make change or to plan? Do it now. Time isn't even real. Be so serious. Like, we're literally in a video game, and the more you can be intentional with your time, I feel like the ultimate goal is to win more time, is to have more free time to do what you want to do. So the more intentional you can be with your time right now, starting from maybe the bottom, maybe you're starting from the middle, maybe you're almost there, but the more intentional you can be with your time right now, it's like will earn you more free time in the end. I make a vision board. Every year I'll make a new vision board for like the things I want to accomplish in the next year to 2. And I put it as my lock screen, my wallpaper. Put up visual reminders every day of what is to come, so long as you stay disciplined and stay true to who you are and what you want out of this life. You feel me? After my 9 to 5, 6 p.m. it's dinner. 7 p.m. it's recording. 7 to 9, recording and sending everything to my laptop and transferring all my videos. 9 to 10, skincare, go to bed. The next day, come home, 6 p.m., eat till 7 p.m., editing until 9 to 10, skincare, go to bed. You feel me? Like, it's so, like, humans crave a schedule, crave routine. Create routines that work for you and that align with your goals. The universe recognizes that you're working hard and it will reciprocate that energy for you. You feel me? Opportunities will place themselves in front of your face once you're dedicated. Like, once you lost yourself in the sauce, in the good sauce, in the sauce of what keeps your heart pumping, baby. In the sauce of like what feeds your inner child, the passions that you have in this life. Like, the universe has no choice but to reciprocate that energy. God has no choice but to give you the things you deserve for working so hard. You get me? And I had to learn this also. Be flexible to change. I don't have all these things, but that's okay. Because guess what? I'm gonna make a new vision board and I'm gonna regroup and I'm gonna rethink, like, okay, this is my 5-year goal. All right, what can I do this year, this month, this week to help myself? And keep that in your mind, keep that fresh so that you can check up on yourself and be like, okay, like, I want a new car. What have I done to help myself this week? Okay, I put away $1,000 out of my paycheck. Fabulous. I don't go out, I haven't gone out this weekend and I did not spend that $120 that I would usually spend at the club on a Friday night going out with the homegirls. Fabulous. You feel me? Check in with yourself. Give yourself a pat on the back. What the fuck? You're starting to accomplish the things that you're wanting to accomplish. You're starting to check off the pictures on your vision board. Babe, go take yourself out for dinner. You fucking deserve it. You feel me? But being flexible to change, okay? Things may not always go according to plan, and that's okay. You're human. You can replan. You don't have to, like, if shit goes off, the whole world is gonna end. Absolutely the fuck not. Bitch, regroup. Get all your brain cells together and think of a next plan and get that shit done. You feel me? Just make sure you have a goal and a why, because if you forget those two things, like, I'm telling you, you'll wake up every day and hate life and be going through life aimlessly like a robot. Like somebody that's unconscious almost. You don't want to live amongst the unconscious. Those are the people that are wake up one day and they're 40, 50, and they think they have no life, or they don't feel fulfilled, and now they're chasing their dreams at 40, 50 years old, which is fine. I'm not saying that like you can't, but we're young, babe. Do it fucking now. Like, do it right now, so that by the time you're 30, by the time you're 40, you've lived a whole fucking lifetime and you can give all this wisdom and knowledge to your kids, your grandkids. You feel me? Number 4 was a lot. Number 5, really assess what has worked so far and what has not, and why. Let me say that again. Really assess what has worked so far versus what has not, and why. Albert Einstein's definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Babe, that's never gonna happen. For example, smoking 10 joints a day. You have to realize that that's draining your pockets. You cannot say that you want a car and you're saving for a car and you're doing everything you can if you don't have to smoke 10 blunts a day. Bitch, that's running you bare change. You can cut down to maybe 5, and then maybe 3, and then maybe 2 over a span of weeks. You feel me? But like, you have to figure out what has not worked so far, your self-sabotaging behaviors. Really sit down with yourself. And this shit is hard, okay? This shit is not easy. Like, I'm telling you these things in one 10, 15, 20-minute video because these are things that have taken me 22 years to learn. It's not easy, but it's possible. And if you want to become a certain way, you can do these things daily to become that person. You feel me? That's why I say this ties into the mirror principle, because if you say you want to be a millionaire with 4 Bugattis, but today you had $100, you got a $100 GST in your account and you wasted every last cent buying that IMGS set, baby, your behaviors are not going to get you to be a millionaire with 4 Bugattis. That's the truth. Because guess what? The next time you fall into that extra $100 outside your paycheck, even though maybe you're doing what you think you can, instead of putting it into your savings, instead of investing it, you will always waste it and spend it. And even if you do come up on that $100 million or that Bugatti, it won't last forever, because guess what? You have terrible spending habits. For example, another example, I've figured out that I need a routine. That is what works for me. To every day give myself a task or 2 goals for the day or whatever it is, like outside of work. That is how I find myself thriving the most, is when I make sure, like, okay, I'm not just coming home and, you feel me, I smoke a spliff and now I'm inside and I eat a bunch of food, now I'm really tired and I just go to bed and waste the night. Like, no, I will come home and maybe just smoke a little bit and have my to-do list, have my things that I have to do, but I won't smoke a whole joint, or I won't, you know, fully indulge. I'll do a little bit so I can get this done and that done and that done, and then I could go to bed. Or I'll get what I need to get done, smoke at the end of the night, go to bed. You feel me? Like, you really gotta prioritize you. And that looks like self-discipline sometimes. Prioritizing you doesn't mean I just came up on 2 bands, I'm gonna go buy that Chanel bag. Babe, what the fuck? How are you saving for a car if you have a Chanel bag? That don't make no fucking sense. You're on the transit with a $2,000 bag. You're on the public transportation with Stop it. That's not working. And you know why? Because you're on the transit with a $2,000 bag. Like, that's not working. You feel me? Put that $2,000 into your savings, invest it into something so that in a year's time, that's maybe $3,000 or $2,500. Plus the savings that you put on top of that, babes, guess what? Now you can buy a car. Now you don't have to be on the bus no more. You're on the bus in your Jansport, and that's fine because it suits the environment that you're in. You feel me? You try to look like something you're not, or you feel me? Like, that's you assessing what doesn't work. Like, imagine you're in the club, a Mary Jeans, you feel me? What are these designers called again? Cause shirt, I don't know. and some new Jordans, the Dunks, ooh. But you are begging a ride and you can't afford to be here. You had to scramble your change in order to get into this booth and get this bottle with these people. And when you go home, ain't shit to eat. Ain't shit to eat. Like, does not make sense. No, absolutely the fuck not. You cannot try to look a certain way. And that's just one, like, example of this, but you gotta assess what's working for you and what's not, and why. Why isn't this working for me? Why has this worked for me so far? And obviously feed the things that have worked. And it's going to take more change than that. It's going to take you incorporating new behaviors and new habits into your life in order to have things that you don't currently have. But you have to start by assessing, like, your current behaviors and if they're helping you versus if they're not. And if they're not, get rid of them. Bye. But yeah, and just a little bonus, just a little bonus I'll throw in for you. Trust your gut. If you always trust that little voice in the back of your head, it will never lead you astray. If you walk into a room and the energy is off, some of these motherfuckers ain't on the same frequency as you, and that's fact. Because energy never lies. Your gut feeling is a bunch of chemicals reacting in your body, like literally. It's vibes. It's the energy in the room. It's the energy within. It's the energy in others. Trust your gut. It will never lead you astray. That's what my mom always tells me. Like, listen to that little voice. It'll never tell you to jump off that bridge if you want to live for real, for real. If you're dealing with certain mental health issues, like, we know that certain people hear a voice in the back of their head that be like, oh, kill that bitch. Obviously, don't take this advice if you're struggling with certain mental health issues. Like, do not kill that bitch. I promise you will go to jail. Like, come on. But trust your gut, okay? Don't be follow fashion. Don't follow this person or do that because this person's doing this. And when I was in high school, like, I literally was having such an internal conflict each and every day because I felt like, babe, who are you? All you do is follow what other people do. I don't have ideas until I see it on other people. And I was like, that's not good. I can't come up with things on my own. Like, that's fucked. You feel me? Don't be follow fashion. Who cares what that person is doing? Stick to your own shit. I bet you will get there, wherever there is for you. You will get there a lot faster if you invest time, money, space, good mental health into yourself versus following that person. It'll probably take you forever to do it like how they do it or to follow everything they do because that worked for them. You're not them. They're operating at a way different frequency than you are. No matter how much you resonate with their content, no matter how much you resonate with focus on what works for you. Trust your gut And I feel like you'll never fail. The universe and God, whichever you decide to, you feel me? The universe and God will always show you right from wrong, whether you want to listen to that voice or not. But the universe, God will always show you right from wrong. Listen to that. It will never lead you astray, I promise. You are capable of creating your own reality. Like, you are capable, nobody else. You are capable of creating everything you desire on this earth. You could follow this person and follow that person because they may have this and that, but I bet you they had to double down and figure out what works for them in order to get these things. They weren't following the next person. Your dream life, your dream job, your dream car, you want this house. You are capable of doing that, and only you, because it's for you. So you got to do it your way. You feel me? Hope this resonated with somebody today, but cheers. Yeah, I hope this resonated with somebody today. If you watched until the end, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next week. Bye. Sending you love.